Okay, any other? Okay, motion,
I move we accept the minutes as presented, as corrected by
okay,
Al.
second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor, I guess just three of us, aye?
Aye.
Okay, obviously nobody opposed, thank you. Want to welcome the media here today, thank you for coming. And we have a couple of visitors here, we're glad to have you here today. Would you like to introduce yourself, or you don't have to if you don't want to? Okay, all right,
For Scouts?
okay, good.
Working on Eagle Scout or what? So what? I'm sorry, we'll divert here. I'm sorry. I have a lot.
Order.
I don't know if you know this guy right here. He's done a lot in Scouts too, so we're
Yeah.
interested. So what are you doing for your project?
I just have a communications requirement.
To do?
Okay,
Cool.
all right, cool.
Good luck with that.
Well, you'll get to see me at some point, so, yeah, but
Do you
I'll
know
be-
Ken? Maybe you don't.
I'm the Eagle Board Review Chairman, so, but we're getting off track here, but yeah,
It's
you'll get
okay.
to see me at
So
some
hint,
point.
hint. Butter up to him.
Yeah,
I wanna
be nice, yeah.
He's been at it a long time.
But it's good to have you here
Yeah.
tonight, so,
Yeah.
all right. That we have the reports, oral and written communication, we got the monthly and year-to-date stats and balances. We have 15 deeds to be signed tonight, and I'll keep working on that when we get moving on here, so. Hal, anything significant on the stats? or-
No, the only thing, she changed it, we had 16 instead of 15 on the deeds.
Okay.
The lot sales were 26 and burials were 18 of
Okay.
that.
All right. Any other questions on that? All right. Unfinished business. Hal?
Basically, you see the storage building construction, Leanne changed it. We were getting calls and I never thought of this. Could you really tell me what a cold storage, you follow me in the business room? So, I mean, I as a contractor knew what a cold storage, basically, a cold storage is a building with no heat, floor, it's to put seasonal equipment that is outdoors, under roof, it lasts longer. Follow me, the elements doesn't beat it up. Well, in our line of business and what we do, they were thinking somewhere else, so we changed it to say the storage building, okay? So that's what it is. So you know, the progress is moving forward. The wood has been delivered. I'm sorry, 4 times. I was asked that, so we thought we better change it. So the trusses are due in the 18th, and I have not got a scheduled date as far as when they're gonna start. But so that is moving forward. And the other unfinished business has been there for many months, is basically suggestions from you guys. If you've come out the cemetery or anybody that has suggestions on improvement, things I could be doing better, that kind of stuff. So I'm open if you want to talk about that, or if you have anything. If not, then we'll move forward.
Okay. Then new business?
Okay, into your new business, we talked about, openly here, we were talking about foundations for monuments. We currently have 32 of them framed. We have currently had them framed for a couple weeks. With everybody with the weather and stuff, we've not been able to pour. The ground's too saturated currently. We're gonna have to let it dry out. We'd like to get them poured because I have another 31 on the list to do. And people are looking forward to getting their stones out, but we will get them done. In item 2 there, you'll see it says a crumbling landscape, excuse me if I could talk, blocks around the office. Bradford started Monday, so they've tore a little bit of it out and got started so far as replacing all the stonework around there. Going down, winter graves, says to be sodded, and they actually finished them today. For you that may not understand is, the sodding in the summertime at Oakwood, we cut the sod, we hide it, and once we put the loved one in and put it in, we put the sod back on. We want it to look like nothing happened. In the winter, I can't do that. So in the winter, we have a sod farm, so when weather breaks, we prep the graves that we buried over the winter, and then we cut sod and replace them, so it looks like nothing. So the guys actually, in 3 days, did 60 graves. So, I mean, it's we've got that done, which is good with this weather. A little heavy on the sod, but they were able to do it. So that's a blessing to get out of our way. We still have some filling in to do around areas and different stuff, but that'll wait until things dry up a little bit. With that, then, I've gone into a little bit, well, before I go into 4, one thing that's not on your list, because it just happened Wednesday, I got a call that somebody was back by the preacher stand, which we'll talk about a little later, and the ground was bubbling. I had a water leak, so, no, that was Tuesday. Wednesday, we spent the morning digging out and repairing a water leak. Basically, it's a plastic line. It was rubbing against a root, so we hand dug and got it replaced to fix. So anyway, as far as what's going on there. Item 4, I do have a new truck ordered to go in the fleet. But as everybody knows, with the pandemic and the chip problem and all that good stuff, the order has been sent for the built. We don't know if it's going to be a 2022 or 2023 yet, and I don't have the total final price, but it is in there. With that, I want to make you aware of a couple things that are going on. Even though we are separate departments, we all work together in different ways, and this is just a couple of things that are going on. I guess, I'm sorry, let me back up. We did have 2 new mowers purchased and replaced. Now onto this, 6. We had a 2010 Ford Ranger. It might have had 25,000 miles on it, I'm not too sure. That's what I was going to trade in on this new truck. The street department needed it. If you know, in the city during the summer, they run the mosquito spray in around the places. They were having trouble in some resident areas getting down alleys. So I transferred my Ford Ranger to them, and they're equipping it now to get ready for the bug truck, they call it, is what they call it. So to spray for bugs so they can get down these alleys to take care of the residents that are, must be in the wooded areas. I didn't ask, but they said they were just for the full sizes, it was a little tough, and so they're going to use that. Line 7, Jerry's probably heard about some of this. I don't know the news, how much Joe Tomer has talked about it. Joe has been working for several months on centralizing stuff, okay? And that's kind of a broad statement, but I mean, it can even be down to us buying copiers, different stuff or whatever, because when you buy it as a group, you get stuff cheaper. He's been through a lot of that. There's some stuff we could incorporate together, some not. Now he's looking at the overall infrastructure of the city. What can we centralize in different things? Perfect example is us. The police department need to go get bad guys, okay? They don't need to mow, right? So they're having trouble filling their janitor spot, which was kind of the mowing. So Oakwood Cemetery will be taking care of the property at the police department. It's not official yet, which will come to you, Jerry, but I'm already started, okay? I just told Dustin the street department was doing it anyway, and I said, I'm close, let me take over it. Well, with that, you'll see a mower. They, once again, street did trade in one of their Toros. It's actually 2015. Got it all cleaned up and transferred it to the police department to mow. So Scott Whitaker said, why don't you take it? So we went over, got it, serviced it all, and it's back over there now for us to do. And then all we have to do is take push mowers, weed whackers, blowers, and we'll go over. So it will be part of our weekly routine as far as that goes. There's other stuff going on in other departments. It'll be finalized, I believe, at council coming up here soon. I don't know when, but
Yeah, if we have another meeting.
if you have another one, there you go. It's really a cool idea, but the mayor has learned that we were doing this anyway in a lot of cases, but it's kind of cool for him to see all this. I mean, we always help each other. So you understand your department, Ed, in the winter, that's why I'm dropping my old truck in the fleet and gets this new one, is once the cemetery is getting open and my guys are good, I'm out plowing city streets. Wastewater plow city streets, I mean, we all help to get these things opened up for the people to get through here. So we all help each other throughout the year, whatever we need to do. So just wanted to make you aware of that. So that's why those 2 things are in there. Last one's wood giveaway. I'm sorry, I don't have the full total of the wood giveaway. Not as much as normal, but still have. In fact, with this cold spell, I think we loaded 4 loads yesterday, I believe. So people are still using it. For our guests, and I think our reporters know, at Oakwood Cemetery, when we cut trees down or get trees, we cut it up and split it. So people in need can go to Combined Community Service and get a voucher, and they get a truckload a month. So they can come, we load them, and it can help heat their house. So we do that, it helps clean up, and once again, street, instead of mulching their trees, they cut it up, bring it to me to split so we can give it away. So it works really well, and we've been doing it ever since I've been there for 15 years, and always get a pretty good turnout. So it's just our way of giving back a little bit. So I think it's in the 30s, but I don't want to quote that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the part-time. My part-time is coming back. I'm blessed that my guys want to come back. So I'm pretty sure all but one I haven't talked to, but I think he is coming back. So we will be full crew with the part-time this year. The other thing, I kind of went quick over those, apologize, because I didn't know, did you guys have a chance to look at the rule changes? I mean, the verbiage? That's kind of what I want to go now. Last meeting, my secretary and I sat down, and the verbiage and the rules was from way back, and we're trying to kind of clean it up some. Did you guys get that? Did you get a copy of that down there? It's not here. Did you get it last time?
Yeah.
We got it last time.
Okay, I brought some more just in case somebody didn't get it. I mean, I'm okay with what's there. What I brought to the board was for you guys to look at. Do you need one? That's okay. That's why we brought some more. Max, do you need one?
I've got
Got one? You got one? Okay.
You have yours with you
So,
now.
what's that? No. No, if you've had time to look at it, we can table it. It's not something we have to do tonight. The rules have not changed. It's just the verbiage and the language to put it, to make it a little more easier to read, which will, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the gentleman's name. The city, maybe Jerry, you can help. We have hired like a Spanish interpreter. It's his business, neat young guy. His business does that, translates and stuff, and he's helping us start to translate, so we have it in Spanish also. And what we found is Google Translate is okay, but not perfect, okay? And me not speaking the language, translating certain things is what he's told me can be offensive to them in some verbiage. So they're going through all that to help us out with all this stuff. He's gathered all the information. I don't know when we'll get back. The team's supposed to get back with us on what. Well, reason is he's looked at our rules. He would do them like they are, but I want them cleaned up for us. And then we'll turn those over to him, and then he can make.
a couple of questions, Hal.
Yeah.
On the actual rules and regulations, the old ones. On item number 11, the second line towards the end, it says, or that might be deemed in poor taste or in any other way becomes offensive. What standards are poor taste, or who determines poor taste? I'm just trying to,
This is 11 you're talking about?
yes. The second line. Floor display or other decorations that might become litter and might be deemed in poor taste. Maybe I don't have the same sheet you got.
I don't know, that's what I'm looking at. What am I not reading? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, so this is there's rules for stones and then this. I want to make sure I'm saying the wrong thing. Well, it actually the same thing. Before us, I said before me, and this rules and some that we're trying to clean up.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I gotta be careful. Society wasn't as open, and changes are, I don't know the word to use, offensive to people. In the older days, satanic, different stuff like that, they did not want in the cemetery. It's the same way with stones. It's just about taste or people or young people seeing it. It's the time of a change, and that we still have that in there. Discretion, because there's stuff. Is it as open? No, it would be something if I deemed, it's me, if I would deem it's bad, or some people will send me like stones, they'll send me the pictures and layouts of what they want. Had a gentleman not too long ago, and it was piratey, I guess, pirate stuff. He thought it'd be cool on his stone in the back. It actually offended the monument company. I read it, no bad language, no nothing like that. I didn't have a problem with it. There was not that. So if it would get to the point where it's bad language or something that could be offensive, and that's a tough thing in today's world, it would come to you. It's not something I'll make on my own.
Okay.
But it's something in there. I don't want to bore you with it. We'll get some
Right, no.
requests that are really out in left field. We want to honor them, but it can get a little,
Right.
I don't want to say weird, but that's about the word.
Okay, that's-
So it's in there for us to discretion. We don't want to offend people coming in or something.
Right. No, I just didn't know who was gonna be the determiner.
It'll be all of you if it hits to me,
Okay,
and different stuff. There's all different walks of life and different stuff and
understand.
different things going out. And back in the olden days, that wasn't such a big issue. You could just say no. And today, no, you can't. You can't as much. So it would be researched and with you guys and voted on with you guys if it would be allowed or not.
And then on the number 28 on here, it talks about damage arising from fire, theft, vandalism, windstorm, hail, and frost. What about tree limbs?
About tree limbs?
Yeah, what about tree limbs?
No, that's, all damage is up to the owner. I was told, well, back in the day, I wasn't told, actually, it was insurance company, we had a tornado go through there. And we lost several trees and knocked over, I'm gonna say 20-plus stones. Now, fortunately, the stones with granite, they're pretty tough, none of them were damaged. But he said, people that own those can turn them into their homeowner's insurance, which I thought was really kind of weird.
Okay.
But some of them are sold, there's nobody around, follow me?
Right.
We would take care of them, I mean, in the older section and different stuff, I mean, we would work with them. But it's basically, we have no control. That's why on this board you've seen in the last 2 years,
Right.
I have spent close to $25,000 with Beaver Dam to climb trees, and we're not done yet. Nobody's ever done it. They've been cutting widowmakers out of climbing and cutting them out. We had one fall the other day. If somebody had been there, it wouldn't have been pretty. So we have more money in this year for them to start climbing interior. We don't have the inner part of these old oaks and it's maples and stuff that need to be done. So we're trying.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's nothing you can, it's like somebody come and tell me that, you know, that inside that tree's dead. Well, okay, I'd have to get an arborist. I'm not a tree guy. I know lumber,
Right.
but I don't know.
Right.
So there's variables. That's why that's in there. We're not responsible. Especially, and a big thing is in that rule is little knickknacks and stuff. That kind of all falls in there.
Yeah.
I won't say weekly, but real close, people go and say, you know, this is broke, what are you gonna do about it? We leave it for,
Right.
you know, and it's not always vandalism by people.
Right.
It's deer run through there, you know, we'll always help out, but we're not gonna,
Right.
I mean, I had one lady, sweet lady, she said it was the 6th piece of trinket that she put out there broken. She goes, do you have any suggestions? Wasn't trying to be mean. I just said, yes, ma'am, why don't you leave my home?
Yeah.
You know, if you're having bad luck here, let's not put it out. And who knows? I mean, we can't have any glass. I prefer no porcelain. I haven't wanted that one too much because one, you can't tell. I clean daily. But glass and stuff like that, what they don't understand, it looks beautiful, okay? They don't come out every day to take care of it. If that glass falls over and breaks, my guy comes by to weed whack, he hits the guy next to him, and then I'm going to MedStat or the hospital. That's why we can't have it. The same thing as glass beads. I would love, you won't believe how many glass beads that I've taken off,
Right.
because those will injure you if it comes flying off a string of a weed whacker. So we clean. I mean, I know it's pretty and stuff, but all that little stuff, it can hurt my employees, and it's stuff you gotta be real careful with. And honestly, on the other end, there's theft, damage, it happens. But just to talk openly, you put cell phones, money
Right.
out there and nobody's there, what do you expect? The only time that I'd love to see money on a grave is military. Because each coin represents somebody that he served with in a different rank. It's an honor thing. But you take a chance. There's no way the Warsaw Police Force can
Yeah. Right.
take care of it. We have they do come out. If I have I have a situation now where there's some, and the family knows it's family, so I will make them aware, and they will patrol a little bit, but so you understand, this cemetery is 100 acres, and I have over 18,600 guests currently. So to kind of watch, it's a little tough. But anyway, hopefully that helps you.
Yeah, no,
That's why we can't be liable for that stuff. Are we gonna help?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, we sure will. I've set stones that have moved. We had one the other day. Literally, it's the new technology, or do you want to call it technology now, is on cremations, which such a rise. people will buy a stone, and the only way I know with the newer stone, normally they're 4 inches thick, okay, normal granite stone. These are 8 to 10 inches thick on a base. They're gonna be buried inside. Okay, so we had to set a new rule that you'll see in here, it's in there, that the monument company has to come and do this, we're not.
Right.
Because you literally have to break the seal to put the ashes in. Well, we have one out there, gentleman was put in, the seal wasn't very good, and if you know in winter, water gets in and freezes and creates ice, which is pressure, and that stone, the top of the stone, sitting like this, went, okay? So I busted out the ice, we got it back to this, I called the monument company, they came and reset it, you know, and stuff like that. So we'll help, but yeah, we're not really responsible for that stuff, so that's why that's in there. Anything else?
That's it.
Everybody else good? We're not gonna do anything probably for another month on this yet, so if you wanna look it over a little bit more, if you have questions. If our verbiage doesn't sound right, please tell us. We'll go back and look at it.
Do you have a time frame when you want to get this?
In another month, I would say
Same.
by next meeting, I wanna make sure you guys are all good with it, and then
We should
we'll.
be able to, I would think. Yeah,
And then we'll
okay.
change, because I want to get it to the interpreter also, besides we'll have to make new here. Some of the changes in this brochure, if you want to call it, are rules, instead of before, in the old one, you'll see pricing.
Right.
We're taking pricing out and we'll attach a sheet when there's new pricing, is what we'll do for the new one, since we just did that. Anything else? Okay, Mr. President, last thing I have is this preacher stand I wanted to talk just a little bit about, to give you a little bit of update. I've been through everything that needs to be done, I believe, which will be a ceiling inside of it, which will be aluminum. Okay, I have to put new doors on the back. It has to be repainted, the seats need to be redone. I have to pour concrete up front, and the gutter needs to be fixed, okay? That's basically the shell of the stuff. And it all sounds like a lot, okay? Basically, without gutter, and I apologize, the gutter guy I have called, he hasn't been out there to give me a quote. Everything except the gutter is under $2,000. That's all material, no labor, we'll do it all. We'll be able to take care of all of it, okay, just so you know. So back when I said 6,000, when I was caught off guard, I just gave a high number because I didn't know with material. But I have priced everything, so it's just under 2, just a hair under 2. So I'm guessing probably the gutter and the height, probably I'm guessing 800 is 1,000 with the aluminum and what they have to do from the tree hitting. Because once he gets it off, I'm gonna fix the roof a little bit. There's a little ding in the roof, I just need to tighten up and straighten a little bit. But we can do this all in-house. Time frame, I do not have one, so you know. I mean, it's gonna, so people were worried about taking it down, we're not. But I will fit it into our routine as we have time and start working on it to get it spruced up. So, sorry if it's not done by May, but we'll try to get some of it. It'll be clean by May, but, so. That, I believe, is all I have. Yep, Mr. President, so I will turn it back to you, and if you have any questions, please
Yeah,
feel
no,
free.
The only other thing that I had is I did check on placement of flags and all for Memorial Day. Young Tiger football is going to place the flags. They're looking at May 21st at 10 a.m.
Okay,
to place them, and they're gonna pick them up on June 4th at 10 a.m.
okay,
So, they are donating 576 flags
cool.
to go with that. I talked to the American Legion, they've got flags all in place, and then I also, somebody asked about having the flags at your office door or next, where you had them at the office.
They'll be there. I mean, I'll
I-
need some more. but
You'll
yes.
need some more, and I told them you would need some more.
Yep.
So, okay, so I did follow up on that, we talked about this last month.
Okay.
Memorial Day service will be May 30th, it's 11 a.m., and we are going to do it at the preacher's stand.
Okay, unless weather is bad.
Unless
correct?
weather's bad, then we're going in the
Sure.
chapel.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
we've got that all figured out.
What time, dear? What time?
At 11 on the 30th,
And they're picking the flags up June 4th.
June the 4th at 10
Yeah,
a.m.
they do it on the weekends.
And then, yeah, and then May 21st was at 10 a.m., but they will not turn down any extra volunteers. So if anybody wanted to show up at that time, they could.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, yeah.
And
So-
however many have, that's why I try to, they can't usually go 2 weeks, I'd love them to go, because what we do after they set them on the weekend, when we come into our mowers, have a stack of them between their legs and the ones they miss. I mean, as we try to get. But we love it and we understand. These are little kids and their parents, and we appreciate them setting them.
Right.
It's a great time to honor the people that let us be free, helped us be free. So, no, we're all about that.
That's the only thing.
That's it?
I said that I was gonna check on, yeah.
Yeah, if you would give me two reasons. One, we put them out there. Also, is when Little Tiger comes and put them out there, there's some people that put their own flags out. And then when they come to pick them up and they have no idea, they pull every one of them. So they'll come to the office and I will give them a flag to go back out, to put back in. One lady goes, well, I wrote our name on it. And I'm like, ma'am, they're Little Tiger football. Go pull the flags, yeah, Mom. Okay.
Just put whatever flags out there, so.
Exactly.
They're doing their job.
Exactly. They do a great job.
Yep,
Those are good. I want to write those dates down before I
Okay.
leave to make sure. Because
Yeah, I'll
I
make
go,
sure
I
you
go
got
over on
them.
a Saturday and I open up bathrooms and stuff, so they have facilities and stuff for them.
okay. Any other business we need to?
And for me,
Okay.
And you guys, any questions?
Any questions?
are you scared now?
Scary. Oh, this one over here? He's probably going, what did they just talk about? And I'm not a public speaker, I'll tell you that right now. No, I'm not. I talk kind of fast, so I apologize. So you're welcome to go, whoa, what? So, any questions from you? All good? Good luck in your Eagle
Yes.
Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, you made this gentleman very excited. He's been at this a lot of years in the Scout program, so
Yes.
it's kind of cool.
All
Well,
right.
up to you.
Being no further business, we're gonna adjourn the meeting. Our next meeting will be Thursday, May 5th, at 5 PM, same place and same
All right.
station, so.
All right.
Okay, have a good evening.
Thank you for coming. Ooh, wow. Give me those dates.
Thanks, Max.
Max, could you hit the little button back here, hold on to it, the little light goes off, the black button, no, up above. There's right in between, there's a button. There you go. Thank you.